Hello, Dona Davis here from Tips from Your Job Coach. Here to ask you one simple question. How many jobs have you had over your lifetime?
Hi, tell me your name.
Albert,
Albert. And Albert, how many jobs did you have in your lifetime?
maybe 20.
Wow. Do you remember your first job and what you did?
My first job and what I did. Yes. My first job was a newspaper.
Okay.
I used to sell for the Enquirer when I was 13. And I signed shoes. Then from there, I went into neighborhood youth corps, and I worked for the quartermaster.
Okay.
I was a file clerk, quartermaster, and after that, I went to Massachusetts. I worked for Microwave Associates in Massachusetts as a stenciler. From then, came back here. I went to school for cosmetology. I did hair for 11 years. And then I got into retail.
Okay.
I sold records and stereo equipment for about 10 years. And then I left that, and then I went into shoes. And that's why I retired from shoes.
And which job did you like best?
I think shoes. I like shoes. Shoes was easy.
And which job did you like least?
Dental supply company.
The dental supply. And why?
Too demanding. Too demanding. The bosses would be. We're gonna beat that.
Okay. And so now you're retired?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm disabled.
Okay.
I hurt my back on my last job. That was in 2008.
Okay. And how do you like living in Philadelphia?
I'm trying to get out of Philly. It's because I done lived Boston, California, and I like the Cali.
Okay.
I love the Cali. Cali was nice. Southern California is the most beautiful place I ever lived.
Okay. Is there anything? What advice would you give a person who's looking for employment these days?
Be diligent. Be very precise about yourself. I would say, when you present yourself, you have to really tell them that you're the person for the job. You'll be a credit to their company.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it's more so you have to sell yourself now to get a job, but you have to make them want you in their company.
Yes. Thank you very much. I really.
The Department of Labor reports the average person has held 10 to 20
Hello, can you
jobs
tell me your
over the
first
course
name?
of their lifetime.
I'm Bill.
Hi, Bill. I'm Dona, and I want to interview you for my website that helps employment seekers in these days and times.
Okay.
So could you tell me how many jobs have you worked in your lifetime?
Over 10,
Over 10.
easily.
Okay. Well, you know what? Actually, that's the average. They say that people change positions 10 times throughout their lifetime. So you fit right in there. And what was your favorite job? What was your first job?
My first job was, I delivered newspapers
Okay.
for a long time. And then I started working as a dishwasher.
Okay.
Moved up to helping on the short order cook.
Okay.
And from Then I went into driving a bus,
A school bus or a public bus?
a public bus. It was a free shuttle bus for senior citizens and the disabled that would take them to malls and stuff like that.
Okay.
A town bus.
That sounds good.
From there, I went back into the kitchen and I did baking for 300 people and natural food baking for an institution. That was rewarding, but it became the most difficult job I ever had because you had to get up very early to do baking, and you had to be there every day, just about. And it was just very hard work because I was making bread by hand and stuff like that.
But I bet it tastes real good.
It was very good, and I was good at what I did.
Ah, there you go. Pride in your work.
Then I did odds and ends. Well, that job took me to Maine, and I became a house parent for mentally handicapped adult males. That was a rewarding job, but it was limited in time-wise, and when the time was up, I was out of a job. So I went back, and I was unemployed for quite some time, and there was a SETA program, S-E-T-A, that helped people get jobs and train in a new career. I did that and got trained at fixing coffee machines
Okay.
at the very beginning of coffee machine history. And that job took me pretty far. I worked my way up from totally inexperienced to a position where I was actually in charge. I had a knack for it, repairs, and I was actually ended up in charge of 52 offices from Virginia to Maine, and I was troubleshooting the biggest problems and training new technicians. And that came simply through experience and the desire to do a good job. I had always believed if you do it right the first time, you don't have to go back and do it again. And this is what was happening, and people weren't doing it right the first time. And I would be upset because I'd have to go in there and clean up their mess. And eventually they forced me into the supervisor position.
Well,
So it was really nice, and I worked that until I got injured in a car accident on the job where someone ran into me and disabled me. Resulted in some pretty big injuries and leaving me disabled.
sorry to hear that.
So now I struggle to find something that I can do. I find because of my disability, I'm not able to work a normal schedule, and many of the jobs are out of my reach because of my different injuries. But I continue to look for things, and I don't think a guy can stay sane without having a job.
Exactly.
And it makes a life more full.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to someone looking for work nowadays?
Keep trying.
Yes.
And expect that you can get more than keep a high regards for yourself and your abilities. And just, if you think you can do the job, then most likely you can do the job. It's a matter of training. Sometimes you have to maybe talk yourself up in more than what you might want to. Show self-pride, determination, and eagerness to do the job, and you can get the job. It's determination.
Exactly. That's excellent advice. Thank you so much for taking the time out. I'm glad I got you after the fireworks and all that noise.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, one thing I wanted to say about getting a job, every single thing you do along in life will add up and count in your career. And I started out as a basic technician at the bottom of the rung, cleaning machines, eventually I learned enough about the machines and could do the job right. I was naturally elevated into the company to a point where now I was then called an engineer, and I ended up in charge of all these people, and I actually knew more than the college kids because I could turn a wrench and a screwdriver. And but you do have to get a high school education at least. And I was terrible at math, terrible at English, all of that stuff, but boy, I could fix them. And it can take you a very long way.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Would you like to be a part of this viral video? Send a short video of yourself answering the following questions. What is your first name? How many jobs have you had in your lifetime? Which job did you like most? Which was your least favorite job? Make note of the questions and send them to Make note of the questions and send your video link to me at tipsfromyourjobcoach@hotmail.com. The deadline is October 15th, 2012. I look forward to seeing your videos. This has been Dona Davis from Tips from Your Job Coach. Find us on Facebook and look for our new website at www.coachdona.com. I look forward to seeing your videos.